To start off, head over to the official Xemu website, xemu.app. I left the link to this page in the description below. Once you're here, click on Download for Windows right over here, and your download should start automatically. Now on the same page, go up to the top and click on the Download section, and from the list, click on Required Files. Scroll down to the bottom, and here you will see Xbox hard disk image. Go ahead and download it as well. Before we leave the page, if you'd like to check which games are compatible with this emulator, you can check on the compatibility section at the top and scroll through the list to see what works. To extract the files, we need an extractor program installed on our computer. If you don't have one or you don't know what that is, just search WinRAR on Google and download the free version by clicking on the blue download button. I've also left the link to WinRAR in the description below. Alright, once you have all the files downloaded, you might notice that I have a few extra files. One is the Xbox BIOS and complex file, and the other is a folder containing a few Xbox ROMs. As you might have probably guessed, these files are copyrighted, so unfortunately I cannot share them with you. You will need to get them yourself. But if you check out my Patreon page, link in description, there's a video there that explains exactly how to get your own BIOS files and ROMs. Otherwise, Google is your friend. Now, assuming you already have an extractor program installed, you can skip this part and jump straight to extracting the emulator itself. For those who don't, go ahead and install WinRAR first. Next, right-click on the emulator file and extract it using whichever extractor program you have, or by using WinRAR by hovering over it and selecting Extract Files. Choose a location where you want the emulator to be extracted, create a new folder by clicking the New Folder button over here, and name it Xemu, and press OK. Now that the emulator is extracted, move the rest of the files into the emulator folder. And extract the BIOS and complex files the same way. After that, you can delete the zip files or maybe store them for future use. That's up to you. Now create a shortcut for the emulator to make it easier to launch. Now close the folder, and there we go. We have the shortcut on our desktop. Let's make it more presentable by naming it properly, and delete the leftover zip files because we no longer need them. Alright, let's launch the emulator now, either from the Start menu or the desktop. And here we go. Windows Defender defending where defense is not needed. This is nothing to worry about. Windows often throws false alerts because open source apps aren't a part of its ecosystem. Just click on More Info over here, then Run Anyway, and the emulator should launch. If not, try disabling your Defender or any antivirus you have. Once the emulator is up and running, click on Settings, and under the System section, the emulator needs the required files to function. Click on the first one, MCPX boot ROM. Navigate to the emulator folder. Then in the BIOS and complex folder, select MCPX 1.0.bin file. And you will see that the file is now located inside the emulator. For the second one, Flash ROM BIOS, select the complex 4627 version 1.03.bin file. And finally, for the hard disk image, select the Xbox HDD file from the Xemu root folder, and you are done. Now you'll need to restart the emulator as it says at the top, so just close and relaunch it. Hopefully, if you did everything correctly, it should start with the classic Xbox boot animation. Now, once the emulator is up again, go to Machine at the top and select Settings. First, let's cover the input. Here you can see I have an Xbox controller connected to my computer. Whichever controller you connected should appear in the list as well. Just select your controller and it should work immediately. This emulator supports all major controllers, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, etc. All of them should work without any issues. For third-party or incompatible controllers, you might need an additional application to bridge the connection between Xemu and your device. I've made detailed guides on setting up various controllers. You can check out the whole playlist by clicking here. The link is also in the description as well. Third-party controllers can be a hit or miss. Some will work, some won't. If you want to connect multiple controllers, you can do that too. Just select a different port and assign a different controller for each one. You have 4 of these. So 4 possibilities. Moving on to display settings. Set your renderer to Vulkan. For most people, Vulkan is the best option because it performs the best. However, for some machines, it may not work. So try the other renderers if you run into issues. Performance also varies depending on your system, so do your own testing. Next, increase the internal resolution scale to at least 2x. You can go higher if your machine is powerful enough, but 2x or 3x is usually the sweet spot for most people. Next, we have the option to enable full screen mode. Turning this on means the emulator will launch in full screen every time, kind of like this. So if enabled, the emulator will always start in full screen mode. For a window size, select your monitor's resolution, Full HD, 2K or 4K. In my case, it's Full HD, so I'm going to set it to 1080p. The rest of the options are mostly optional, except for the display mode and aspect ratio. These control how the image is stretched. Most games from that era were designed in 4:3, which is the default. You can change it to 16:9 if you prefer widescreen, but just know that some games might look slightly stretched. If you don't want that, leave it on auto, which is what I prefer. There's nothing important in the audio section, real-time audio processing, but it's experimental. It might or might not work, so it's better to avoid it. Once you're done with this, exit the settings, exit the emulator and relaunch it. Now let's go ahead and load up a game. Go to Machine, Load Disk. If you followed along, you'd know we placed the ROMs folder right inside the Xemu folder. Navigate to it, and if you see nothing inside, that means the ROMs are either not in the correct format or not extracted. As I mentioned earlier, you need to extract all your ROMs and they must be in disk image format, also known as .iso. Otherwise, the emulator will not detect them and you will just see an empty folder like this. So you need to extract all the games before doing this step. I'll go ahead and do that right now, but I'll skip this part to save you some time. Alright, games are now extracted and they're inside their respective folders. You can move the ISO files out of the subfolders and keep them in a single folder, but this is fine too. Now you select one of the ISO files. You might see a black screen or nothing might happen at all. It may look like the emulator is broken, but it's actually working perfectly fine. Just close the emulator and launch it again. Then you should see the Xbox boot logo, followed by your game starting up. Now I know most people won't even see this part of the video, but if you made it this far into the video, congratulations, you're the one and I really appreciate you. So I will give you a bonus info. If you want to change the disk or load a new game, go to Machine and eject disk, and then load another ISO. And the best part is, you only need to do this load and restart trick once. If you're interested in more emulation tutorials, check out our series on different emulators, the link is right here.